Hello, my friends, and how is everyone doing tonight? Welcome to tonight's episode of the Calling Chronicle here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. Chad was with us. Unfortunately, their house is currently being ravaged by a pre-hurricane, and they have lost power right before we started stream. So, they might be back, they might not be, who knows? It's a roll of the dice, which is now a thing you do in MTG. Anyway. I hope everyone's having a good night. First things first, XTZG man, thank you for the follow. We really appreciate it. Welcome to the table. Have a seat, grab some snacks, and take your beverage of choice as long as it's Coca-Cola. This is a no Pepsi table. But on that note, it's time for us to begin with some announcements. First of all, we have a number of shows here on the channel. You can see those down the schedule below. This week will be the last week that Dragon Age is at night. I'm going to be pushing that earlier into the afternoon because I've been invited to play in a Pathfinder 2e game as a player. The Forever GM curse is broken and I get to be a pirate. And specifically, the build that I've created is a build known as the Pirate King. So, hurrah for the Pirate King, hurrah for the Pirate King. For all you Gilbert and Sullivan nerds out there.
But will you have cat-like tread?
Maybe. However, there's even more important things happening right now on the channel, and that is that on Mondays we have TCG nights with me and Matt. I'm yet to win a game. I've won one game, sorry. I'm yet to win another game against Matt. Matt is on I think it's 16 game win streak right now. I'm truly the worst card player out of the two of us. Then, of course, on Tuesdays we have Law and Disorder, where Shy and I will be continuing to play through It Takes Two. We're doing a really trippy music section right now where we're setting up a concert. It's very cool. I really love it. Then on Wednesday we have the League of Amazing Adventurers. They're inside of a metallic ziggurat that is slowly melting down onto them. Let's see if they can escape that this week. Then on Thursday, well, that's our night off. And then Fridays we have the Calling Chronicle. So, those are all of our shows. Those are a vast majority of our announcements. Now the last thing I need to do today is introduce our cast and our players. So, if you notice, we have a lovely new overlay that actually lets you see our players' faces. That was made, of course, by Matt, our amazing graphic designer here at twitch.tv/tabletop-rolls. Give Urbanov some love in the chat. And then, of course, you see all the lovely artwork of our characters. That was all done by, this is a great segue, McKenna, who's playing Calder. They're also our head artist here at Tabletop Rolls. They've done all the artwork that you see on the player tokens on the stream.
Yeah, hi, this is me. And this is my baby dragon. Maybe she'll have a name. Who knows?
And then, of course, we have back from their jet setting, Monasia as Lucky. It's good to have you back, Mo.
Thanks. I'm happy to be back, you guys.
Yeah, we're happy to have you back. Yeah, it's been very interesting. Jen was amazing. It's also very nice to have you back.
I know, I missed you.
Yeah, we missed
you guys.
And then, of course, we have Rose playing Adenia. Also, McKenna and Rosalie have something in the works right now that they're going to talk about probably a bit closer to that date, but keep an eye on the stream for that. And then we would, of course, normally have Chad playing Zolom. However, Chad is currently in the midst of a pre-hurricane. It's like a pre-gaming, but it's so much worse.
Y'all, send us some good vibes. Maybe if we get enough, vibes going and out into the universe, we can get his internet back up and running. We were talking to him 20 minutes ago. It's such a bummer. But, fingers crossed.
Send good vibes.
Oop. I'll increase that. Also on Saturday we have the ramen shop. Tomorrow night we're talking about the upcoming anime for the season and what we're watching, what we want to watch, and I'm going to talk about isekais for a while probably.
Probably.
But with all the announcements done, the intros done, it's time to roll our lovely little 5e intro, and then we'll get right into the game. Last time on the Calling Chronicle, our party destroyed a sector of the cult of the called Hunt, the people who hunt people on their calling to deny the gods their worship. Upon entering that dwarven fortress, they helped free a number of members of an orcish tribe. They fought with a houndmaster who escaped. And they eventually made it to the back room of the fortress where the dwarves' research was held, in which case a large planar portal was discovered that led to the literal underworld. Our party, venturing inside in hopes of finding the greatest treasure in all of the planes, discovered that the greatest treasure in all the planes was the passage that the dead paid to gain entry to the underworld, and they decided not to rob the dead of their passage.
We're so generous, you know.
They are.
I know.
Now, our Pathfinder party, oh boy, Shy would have had an army of ghosts following her.
Oh my god. I don't wanna talk about it.
And then, of course, after that, they exited. They found Lucky, who had escaped capture of the cult hunters and was just chilling in a bedroom to recuperate and get some R&R. But we pick up as our party has basically gone outside. Zolom seeming a little bit distant after the run-in with an old friend in the ruins.
Let's just give him his space for now. He'll talk to us when he's good and ready.
Oh.
Sorry, I couldn't say that with a straight face.
But yeah, so party.
Yeah.
That is where we begin. You guys have exited the abandoned dwarven fortress. What would y'all like to do? You guys had some things on the docket that we were discussing before the session. What are your plans? Where are we going? What are we doing? Who are we murdering? I mean, what?
We're not murdering anyone.
Murdering.
Listen, y'all, it's been a
Put it
rough
in the
week. I'm
dictionary.
tired.
I mean, I always love a good murder, but I do think we had something on the agenda that we had to complete.
Well, I do know that we have some books to deliver back to
Exactly.
Tower Lady.
Right now, I think
Exactly.
we are equidistant between Garen's Cross and Volusia. So, hypothetically, we could just keep going on through the mountains like we've been doing and head straight to Volusia on foot.
Do you want more money when you get to Volusia to buy nice things?
See, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I think we go back to Garen's Cross, and
I
then we
think
have
we
that
should go back to
nice,
Darren's Cross.
yeah, nice boat ride, do some fishing, do some book selling, do some all sorts of fun stuff.
Because
Coin always
ocean
makes the
fishing
journey
is something
better.
you can do.
It sure does.
Sure does.
Yes, and as you all recall, Badram did offer to purchase you passage from Garen's
that's right.
Cross to Oblick over in the Free
Right.
Cities.
So we might as well go that way anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah.
off.
Let's do it.
It's a pretty uneventful travel back to Garen's Cross. A few days will pass. Zolom remains distant, but that's probably to be expected. And as you're going through the murder field of flowers, the murder field of flowers is burnt to a crisp, and it doesn't look like anything
And
is
is
growing.
no longer a
Good,
field of
as it
flowers.
should
It is
be.
ash.
Yeah, it's gone.
It is a hazard to your health.
Yeah, lucky you would have been led through it. It was a massive valley that was just absolutely burnt to smithereens.
Love that. Love
Um,
that.
By us.
By you guys.
Yes.
You
In
burnt.
fairness,
Well, because there was a horrifying monster living in the middle of it that was luring people in and then, killing them.
it's straight up nearly murdered. Basically all of us.
Gotcha.
We almost
So naturally,
TPK'd.
You just
We burned the
field.
entire field.
Yeah, naturally. Of course.
So
I
it
expect
did
nothing
have
less.
it coming. That's all I
Kill
gotta say.
it with
about that.
fire.
Of course. Of course. I'm very proud of you guys. You've been doing a great job.
Lucky would approve.
I do approve. Violence and chaos is to be expected.
Oh, that's fair. But yeah, after that familiar sight, you all make your way back through the mountains on this misty morning, and down it, and eventually, after another couple of days, about 4 more days will pass in total, giving you a whole 10 days of time passing. You'll make it to Garen's Cross.
Nice.
That's not.
The city is familiar. as you are walking down like that main drag, the looking for a name. Iblin, the guard who was at the gate, will kind of like flag you all down. And welcome back to Garen's Cross. This was left here with you at the guardhouse, and they will hand you a letter.
Oh, take it.
Oh.
It is from Antigos.
Oh, what does it say?
Buddy.
They had begun their journey. They set out from Garen's Cross and are making their way up to Calder's neck of the woods, as they said. And yeah, that's basically like the thank you for our time together. I will see you hopefully around.
Love that. Go him. Go them.
Yeah, go Auntie. I've started calling Antigos Auntie.
Oh.
Just because that's
You're
been
adorable.
like, every time that's been
Wow.
that's been the short form for them in my head lately. I don't know why, it just has been. But that's what was waiting for you there. Otherwise, that's really the most eventful thing that happens when you enter the city. It says, yeah, they were looking real excited to get out of here. Had themselves some very bulky armor on. It was kind of surprising to see it. They could barely move and stuff. Gave them some
Sweet.
pointers and handed them off a dagger that, from a child. Didn't want them going off into the wilderness all alone without any way to defend themselves properly. Looked like a nice
Well,
kid.
we sure do appreciate that. They're a sweet kid, but
They are.
Yeah, I was on my calling once too.
All right.
well, we are
Should
in the
we-
city on some business, and I suppose we should head straight to her, possibly.
The tower.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's go.
All right, so you guys are going to head to Valinda's tower.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So yeah, as you are approaching it, the garden has become more extravagant. So now it looks as though they have created hybrids of certain
Interesting.
plants. So like you'll see a tree that is growing like apples, oranges, and pears. And like you'll see like crops and things that are growing multiple vegetables. You'll see like a barn that has like multiple locks on the front door as well now.
Y'all have any
Someone's
idea
gonna
what's
question
in
it.
that barn? I will for one question it. What in Sam Hill's in that barn?
You want to be the one to ask her?
Don't ask
Yes, I
questions you
will.
don't want to know the answers to.
I do actually quite do wish to know the answer to that question.
All right. Then I dare you, Calder. Do it.
I will. Why are y'all acting like listen? I just go and knock on the door.
As you knock on the door, smoke will kind of like bellow from below it, and the door will begin to boom with like an illusionary voice. Who dares knock at the door of Valinda?
Calder.
That would be your friends Calder, Adenia, and Lucky back from the mountains with your book.
The door just opens. Valinda's just standing there. Yes, I apologize about that. I've had a bunch of children knocking on it and running away for some reason, trying to scare them off permanently with that. Anyway, come on in. I have snacks.
Oh.
Yes,
I
from
like
my
that.
garden. Here, this is a crab apple, and it's an apple that has like crab arms.
Does it really? Yes. That's weird.
Does it try to pinch us when we go to eat it?
The
Okay.
arms are purely decorative. They actually are made out. They're also apple, but it's like multiple. It's like a regular apple and then crab arms. It's very
Oh, that's adorable.
Lucky would wait until like Adenia and Calder has taken a bite and then make sure like they're good and
Yeah,
then
Adenia will try. It's vegetarian. It's,
Mhm.
it's fine. She'll eat it.
It is vegetarian. Was decidedly not vegetarian, or like the cubes that she has, like stuck little meat cubes on like a platter with some crackers. It's like, yes, those are free to try as well.
Oh, she brought out the whole charcuterie board, Miss Girl.
Oh, well, I'm trying out some new things. I'm getting ready. I'm getting things prepped and ready to go for when I, hopefully, had you returned successful.
Successful, we absolutely were. Quick question, though. What on earth do you have in that barn out there?
Yes, that is my cow ducking.
I'm sorry, what?
You're going to have to break that one down
Well, it's
for
a
me.
cow, a chicken, a duck, and a pig all together.
A cow ducking.
Yes.
All right. May
you
I
gonna, like, eat
ask
it?
what the purpose of such a being would be?
Well, I mean, if you're traveling about and you don't have easy access to poultry and livestock, instead of having to keep multiple animals, just having to keep one with your choice of cut can be quite acceptable, useful.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair enough.
Unlimited
all right,
magical
well-
power means unlimited magical meats, right?
Well, hopefully we will further unlimit your magical repertoire. I believe our friend and associate over here, Zolom, has your Proctive's mastery level spells. And I just, as a fun bonus book, since you were asking about them, found this one on Dunamancy.
Oh. Collect the books. Is that all, or do either of y'all have anything that you'd like to add to the collection, so they speak?
No, I'm afraid that's all the books we picked up that we brought for you.
Fair enough. They'll walk over to a shelf. They'll put them into the shelf. She will turn around, say, "Perfect. Payment. Payment? We agreed for payment, yes? There was payment to be had?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Yes. All right, here you go." Basically, like, some sacks will just float down from, like, a top shelf, and they'll go into each of your hands.
Love that.
There you go.
How much do we get?
Well, of course,
Yeah.
it's what we agreed upon, the 500 gold pieces.
Oh, I
of
just
book.
meant, like, hey, DM, how much do I write down on my
Yeah,
cash? Because
exactly.
it's been a hot minute.
Yes, it has been a few weeks. So in total, it is, because it is divided amongst each of you, 200 gold pieces each.
Not bad.
Interesting.
It was 1,000 gold in total for the two books, so 200 each.
I thought it was a grand book.
I did think it was grand book.
So did
I might be wrong. I might have the wrong thing in my notes. If it is, we'll correct the thing.
We'll
if only there were
wrap
tapes of these sessions. And
If-
Chad, if you want to be the
Oh,
one to
yeah.
correct
If only somebody had the receipts.
Chad, if you want to be the one to correct me, check out our YouTube channel, Tabletop Rolls, where you can see all the VODs. Haha! You thought that you thought that this was a thing, but it was a way to get traffic to our YouTube.
Haha.
But yeah.
Anyway. Does she look maybe, like, I don't know, like, impressed with the second book? Does she look excited about it? Just, like, what's the reaction?
It's like, it's a reaction where, like, she was in the middle of doing something. She got very excited for a few seconds, and it's just like, oh, but I have to keep doing this thing. I can look at that in a minute.
What is she in the middle of?
Well, the room that you guys are in now appears to be a large astrarium.
A large what?
Astrarium. The massive, like, maps of the night sky and things have been all around. Like, it's that same sitting room where you guys were brought into initially, but it's gotten, like, more cluttered. There's been more books and more scrolls around. There's, like, a solid, like, red line of yarn that's bouncing between multiple pages.
She got the Charlie
I
Day
don't think I just
word
ever heard that word before, though.
There is, like, a massive chalkboard that takes up an entire wall that just has magical script and equation on it all the way down.
Huh.
Nice.
Magical rocket science, quite literally.
Magical rocket science. I need that on a shirt.
You know, I have to try some of the meat on this charcuterie board.
Right.
Even though I feel like it might have adverse effects, I'm gonna do it anyway.
It might be from a
all
drug
I need you to do is roll me a d8.
Absolutely. That's
Ruh-roh.
what I was. That's what I was waiting for. I knew it was gonna be something.
Tastes
That's a
like
1.
chicken.
Tastes like chicken.
Anyone else like
I
to try
have
some
another
meat?
one.
Wait, can I also roll?
Yeah, if you want to try something to eat, roll me a d8. See what
I
you get.
do. I do want to roll a d8. It's been so long since I did this.
Ooh, it tastes
I got a
like
6.
quail.
Quail. Okay. Can't say I've had quail before.
It has a nice light flavor to it. Very light meat.
This is very, very good.
Yeah.
Question. With
Answer.
your cow.
My meat monstrosity.
Yes.
Yes.
Because part of it is the cow. Do you also milk it by any chance?
Yes, I can milk it. Would you like to try some of it?
Calder, would someone try some of it?
You know, I actually would. I've never had milk from a.
Just
I'm
call-
sorry. What on earth did you call it?
I've honestly, I gave it the name of a genus, but quite honestly, meat monstrosity is just a little bit easier anyway. So here.
Well, I've never had meat monstrosity milk neither, and monstrosities happen to be something of a specialty of mine. So I suppose
I can see
should
that as a brand. Meat monstrosity milk. Again, sure. Yeah.
Triple M
We're
milk.
gonna come up with the whole brand.
But yeah, it tastes like regular cow's milk. There's actually she has 4 glasses basically. Yes, so each udder produces a different type of milk. This one produces a very low fat milk. It's a skim milk, and it's basically 1, 2, 3% milk and cream.
I shall sample them to, just in case there's any adverse effects.
Tastes perfectly normal.
Oh, well, that is a mighty fine glass of milk.
She knows what she's doing.
Well, because it's a magical meat monstrosity milk. Say that 3 times fast.
Magical meat monstrosity milk.
Does it ever run out, or
I mean, it runs out like a cow would run out. You can't just infimilk it, but.
That's what I was wondering. Wow, I'm learning so much today.
I mean, although a chalice of ever-flowing milk, enchantment to work on. Goes and writes that down.
Might go well with an ever-filling tray of cookies.
Oh, I'm a terrible baker.
Oh God.
Well, maybe if it were magical, you wouldn't have to bake them.
She looks you dead in the eye, Calder. The last time I tried to bake something, I had to remove the floor of the tower.
An entire floor.
Yes.
Well, how did it taste?
Stop.
I didn't get a chance to. And then she'll just as quickly as she was on that, she just turns around and starts working again. Oh, yes. Okay, there we go. That's all set up. Perfect. But yes, thank you all. If you have anything else, please let me know, of course. If not, you may be on your way as you wish. I am simply working for a while. Let's see. Oh, Adenia.
Yes.
She throws you a little bag that has some powder in it.
Oh? What's this for?
It's for baths.
Oh, fascinating.
Yes, do tell me if it changes your skin's color.
Will do.
It may dye you pink temporarily. It dyed me pink for a day, but I think I fixed it. It has some fey flowers in it for scent and oil. Yes, it's a very lovely bath.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you. Oh, I ended up using quite a few of my magical items I had collected, I believe from the Grey Merchant. But I was wondering, do you have any interesting magical objects around that you might be willing to part with?
Do I have anything I'd be willing to part with? I do have this. And she runs back. It was a prototype for what became my meat monstrosity. And she comes back down with this burlap sack that has a number of small fuzzy balls in it.
Oh boy.
I need to remind myself the name of this magical item.
I almost wrote this on the sheet as a bag of fuzzy balls, and I was like, nope, no.
I mean, that is a physical description.
Worms. We're gonna call them worms.
That is a physical bag. That is a physical description of it. I believe it's called a bag of wonders.
Okay.
Oh, I know exactly what this is.
I'm just going to
What
triple check
color is
that.
the bag, though?
It's a burlap bag.
Huh.
It's a custom version of it. Essentially, yes, it's a bag of tricks is what it's called.
Ooh.
It is a bag of tricks. However, this one, instead of it being a selection of just like each bag's creatures, it is randomly determined between any creatures available.
That's pretty sick.
So you'll be rolling a D4. You'll roll a D4. And then that will determine what table you roll on. If you roll a 4, you'll roll twice and get to roll on 2 of the tables, and 2 creatures will pop out of 1 fuzzball.
How many uses does it have?
There are 6 fuzzballs in it.
Oh.
Okay. Perfect.
Burlap bag of tricks.
Thank you so much.
That is, it's a bit of a prototype, so I would ask 100 gold for it.
Easy peasy.
Wow.
She hands over the gold and it's nothing.
What about the rest of you? Anything particular you might be looking for? I may have some things left in my stocks from my days as an adventurer.
Gosh, nothing comes to mind off the top of my head, but
You sure you don't want like I don't know, some kind of token?
I mean, at one point,
He gives you like a knowing look.
At one point, Adinia, I had this fabulous tarot deck, but I drew a card one day and it just disappeared.
Oh, well, I still have the cards that you gave me. So if you ever find any more of those lying around from this deck in particular, well, I hope you'll be able to find me from wherever you move this tower.
Yes. Lucky? Calder, anything in particular you might be searching for? I can see if I have anything that might help you out.
Do you have anything to help with, like, being sneaky or a bit of a rule breaker?
Maybe. Give me a moment. Runs downstairs. Lucky, how are you in heels?
I can manage.
Okay. And yeah, she will bring up a pair of heels. These sort of like greenish, these sort of like black heels that have like this like green inlay to them.
I don't really know how to be sneaky in heels, so how does this work?
Well, essentially when you're wearing these heels, you make your steps make no sound.
At all?
At all. It would give you, hypothetically, it would give you advantage on stealth checks. Functionally, these are boots of elvenkind, but they are heels of elvenkind.
How much do you want for them?
100 gold as well.
Easy. Done. Let's do it.
Alrighty.
Got some stealthy heels, bruh.
Yeah. Calder?
you know what? There's nothing on the top of my head that I need at the moment, but I tell you what, the next time you need a favor done, make sure you send for us.
Yes, if I ever need adventuring done, I will give you a call.
Yeah. Well, till next time then.
Yes, have yourself a lovely day. I'm going to get back to work. It's time to get this baby up in the air.
So excited for you.
Best of
Enjoy
luck.
your trip.
I'm going on a trip in my favorite
In
tower
my
ship,
favorite
sailing
rocket
through the sky.
And a light side.
Goodness gracious. But yes, that is what Valinda is doing.
All right.
Love it.
Yeah.
So where to next? Party?
Well, I have 20 lottery tickets, and I'd like to check and see if I won anything.
All right. Adenia, as you approach the lottery counter, here's how this is going to work. You are going to roll me a D100.
Mm-hmm.
if you roll under 20 or under, one of your tickets is a winner.
All right.
And then, depending on whether that first result, we'll do another roll to see how much you won.
Interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
Here goes. I should have bought more tickets.
You got this.
5. You have a winner.
Oh my god.
Our first lottery ticket too. What are the odds?
Oh no, that was my
Rose
only
just
roll,
has-
right?
It's,
Oh my
it's,
God.
It's the gotcha luck coming into D&D for Rose.
Oh God.
Goodness
Mm.
gracious.
All right, so now Rose, here's what you're going to do. You are going to
Yeah.
you get to make a choice now. Would you like to
All right.
roll a D4, a D6, or a D12?
A D6.
All
That's what I
right.
was gonna say. D6.
All right, so roll me a D6.
2.
All right, so now you're going to roll me a D12.
12.
Nice. All right, so you won 24 gold pieces.
Nice. Not
Nice.
bad, not bad.
Would have been better, but that's right.
We got all excited. We're like, all right, winner. Great.
That's the whole lottery then.
Well, there were many tickets that had winning numbers on it. You didn't get a complete win. You had 2 numbers correct.
Mm.
I see. Better luck next time.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's just fate.
All right. So are we
Blood on my notes.
heading back to bedroom first, or do you think we can just hop on the boat?
Zola,
Let's
I
remind me
guess-
what's in bedroom.
a bedroom
bedroom's a
has your
person.
tickets.
Ah, so we do need to stop by.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And the fighting tournament isn't for another week or so yet, right?
Yes, it's not for another week or so. And that is just the preliminary one for it.
All right. Then let's go see bedroom.
Let's do it.
Right.
We are bopping all over town today.
That's fine.
Make my way
As
downtown.
you all approach bedrooms, basically you're now basically those like 2 guards that were kind of obnoxious to you and didn't let you into the quarter without an escort now just let you in.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
yep, good to see you all again. Heading to bedrooms estate, I assume.
Naturally.
Alright, you can make your way there.
Calder like puts her nose as high in the air as possible, just to like.
Snooty Calder.
Freaking Calder.
They
Freaking
will notice
Calder.
you doing that. It's like, oh, be careful, ma'am. We wouldn't want you to trip on the cobblestones.
I would never trip anywhere in my entire life.
All right, Calder, let's go.
See, now if I was a vindictive GM, I would ask for a reflex save. A dexterity save.
Well, you can't ask for a reflex save
know.
because it's 5e.
But you can make it to the estate. You're greeted by their staff. Bedroom is quick to rejoin you. Yes, excellent. All right, here you go, and they just hand you an envelope. Your tickets are in there. I've gotten you first class tickets.
Oh, thank you.
So you'll be in the lap of luxury. I believe these ones also come with an open bar.
Open bar.
Bedroom,
Lucky
you shouldn't
beelining.
have. You really shouldn't have.
Yeah, please, of course.
But I'm real glad you did.
It's only money. It's only money. I have droves of it.
Oh, holy money then. Well, it seems as though we might have caught you in the middle of something. I hope we didn't interrupt.
I was just tending to the wards on my wife.
Naturally. All right, well then we will be on our way.
Thank you
Don't
once
wanna-
again. I look forward to your
can't, like-
success.
I can't not picture Gabriel Agreste now. Every time.
Okay, so I know who Gabriel Agreste is.
Okay. For those who might not, it's Miraculous Ladybug.
Oh, thank you. I was like, my brain was just like blanking on the connection for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not because his whole motivation's, he's got like his wife in the Snow White glass, and he wants to bring her back.
Badger is a nice hawk moth.
He's a good hawk moth.
He's a good
We
hawk moth.
stand.
Yeah. But yeah, does that. There are more cookies waiting for you here.
Oh, yes.
I wish
yes,
we had
we love
gone
the
here
cookies.
first. I could have.
I wish I had real cookies.
Oh, you mean like in real life, like not
IRL. Yeah.
Oh, I was like, what do you?
Sorry.
Adenia, we got this.
The cookies that this
Like,
dragon
oh,
made
man,
has
food.
been
I love
making you
food.
is a cookie that I know how to make. So when I get down to LA, I will have to make them for all of you.
Yes, please.
That'd be fun.
It's just like a number of the snacks in the D&D games I write, it's like I learn how to make eventually. And it's like, I can do pretty much everything except for those meat cubes. Don't have that ability.
I'm okay with that.
You could probably cube up some meat.
Yeah,
It wouldn't all taste different. It would all taste like meat, but it could be good.
But yeah.
I'm just waiting for you to make legs out of apple and stick them to apples so that I have the crab apple.
That'd be fun.
That'd be fun. Yeah, you guys are giving your tickets and another basket of cookies.
These
Definitely.
cookies are so wholesome, and like honestly, the most wholesome thing about this entire campaign is like these cookies and antigos.
This is true.
You love to see it. You simply love to see it.
And
All
they're
right.
both
Well, we have our
perfectly
tickets.
fine and safe.
See,
But yeah.
when you say it makes me feel all unsafe. We have an open bar to go to,
do.
so
Yeah,
let's.
Lucky's heading straight for the open bar.
Yeah,
Thank you for the
that's
cookies,
safe.
worth the
All right.
alcohol.
All right. So as you approach the river dock of Garen's Cross, there is a ship that almost takes up the entirety of the width of the river.
Wow, big ship.
Yeah,
A big
it
old
is.
barge.
It is a big old barge. It's like a cruise ship that's going down a river.
Nice.
Wow.
On the side of it is written "The Unsinkable."
This is our Titanic art.
Tell that to the Titanic, yeah.
Do you see how when you say things, Will, that sound comforting, how they're not?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
All right. So that's how we want to play it. Okay. Well, you know what? I will get on this unsinkable ship. Calder says, "Sounds good to me," and walks right off.
Well,
You
there is
really
a.
have a choice, though, honestly.
I mean, if you wanted to walk to Volusia, you could.
But the walk doesn't have alcohol, right?
No, the walk does not have alcohol free that you don't bring with you.
We're gonna get on the boat.
Fair enough. Waiting for you basically.
Adina
at
ever
the
left
gang-
to make its back on a boat.
I got you, Adina. You no worries.
Waiting for you at the gangplank is a number of the ship's crew. They are all humans, and about half of them appear to be the same human.
I'm sorry, what?
They're
Like
all
twins,
humans.
but like a lot?
And like a good half of the ones that you see are all the same human.
It's like Nurse Joy, but like there's half of them are Nurse Joy.
Yes.
Okay.
Just give us the pun, Will. What's
There's,
the name of the group?
there's no pun. It's just this is what the crew of the
Lies.
ship is. As you're
So who's
approaching,
the real one? Who's the real Slim Shady?
as you're approaching, the basically the head at the person at the gangplank will say, "Yes, welcome to the Unsinkable. If I may see your ticket, please."
We got 4 of them right here.
Perfect. Ooh, first class, very posh. All right, so I'll go over a few of the amenities before you enter the boat. Number 1, you have a suite prepared for all 4 of you.
Wow.
It is a room with a view, as I say. It's going to be on our top deck area.
So we're all sleeping in the same room?
Yes, there's
Would you have-
there's dividers that are placed that you are able to raise up with a console on the side of the room.
Ooh,
We
fancy.
do have a very long reptilian friend with us as well. Is it big enough to accompany him as well?
Yes, it should be. We also have at the installation of at the request of the purchaser of the tickets, I've installed a heat lamp.
Oh, that's very nice. Addie, you love that.
I would also love that. Zolim and I might get some nap time in the heat lamp.
But otherwise, allow me to quickly go over some amenities that our ship has for your access. You are first-class passengers, of course, so you will be given full access to a variety of our amenities, including our deck-side infinity pool. Point up to the top of the ship that has like an infinity pool built on the side of it. There is a bar built into that you can have drinks at. Your tab is being given an open bar. We also have a number of fine dining opportunities. Each of our restaurants is themed after a different region of the world and provides dishes according to them. We have the guests in our first class on a rotation between each of the restaurants on a nightly scale. So each night you will be experiencing a different type of cuisine. However, you also do have access to our full room service accoutrement that will serve you desserts and other meals and snacks and things. As far as entertainment is concerned, we have a number of live shows on our ship here that we have for you. We have a number of live musical performances each night, as well as group activities throughout the day if you're so inclined to participate in them.
Interesting.
For the longest time, we are currently in the process of rebranding. We were told that our original branding, we had a number of lotus flowers throughout the ship. We were told that those were problematic for some guests.
Why is that?
Apparently, lotus flowers mean death trap to some adventurers.
Yeah, I remember those stories. It means it's like a poison that makes you think that time isn't passing when it is, so you get stuck there.
Right, Lotus Eater.
Mm-hmm.
However, we got rid of all that branding. We purchased the ship. Now, we also have a number of nightly dances and things. Let's see, we've done all of that. And, yes. Other than that, there is a possibility of your room gaining an additional guest on the trip. All first-class passengers run this risk. If you would like to opt out of this, you may have it's a 1,000 gold fee to opt out of this. We have a raffle that we do every time for one of the lower decked guests. The economy guests, who are simply traveling to travel, can be bumped up to first class for an experience.
Oh, well, that sounds awful nice.
Yes.
I wouldn't pay a grand of gold to do that.
Yeah, that's one less friend we could make.
Yeah.
But other than that, the economy class is confined to their quarters throughout the entirety of the trip, so you will not have to see the poor.
Oh.
There's nothing wrong with the poor.
And let us see.
I
Other than that, the amenities are, of course, yours to use as you please. I've gone through the full package with you. Here are the keys to your suite, and they will hand you the keys. And, of course, I will have one of my clones walk you there. They will be at your beck and call, and they will be basically able to give you any sort of help or any sort of direction that you require. They point to one of the stewards standing behind him that looks exactly the same as him. He waves nicely.
All three of us with our like sour faces on now.
I like whisper to the clone, I'm like, do you also hate poor people?
No, I don't. It's company policy, I'm afraid. We are a free city ship.
Oh. Alright, well, at least the alcohol to drink to forget where I am is free. I don't think it'll be left for the open bar after getting settled in.
Yeah. Your room is very nice. It's lush. It's lavish. The beds are like legit like mattresses. The sheets in it and everything are silk.
Oh.
There's been a number of amenities providing your room. There's the large heat lamp that is over top of like a circular bed. Looks to be where Zola
I feel like
will
at
rest.
some point we all take a nap under that. Like,
Yeah.
Lucky's a cat who's found a sunny spot. Adenia likes warm weather. Calder also likes a good sunny spot to nap in, and Zolam's a snake who can't produce heat on his own. So we're just gonna have a nice
Beautiful.
point on this trip.
This is definitely the most like posh that Lucky's ever lived, and she feels some type of way about it because she's used to like she can't stand rich people like this, but low-key she's kind of enjoying it. She's in this like confliction right now.
The room does have its own private bathroom.
It's the same kind of problems Adenia wants to fix in her own like country.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like oh, the rich people don't need all this, but like actually this is really very nice.
Do you have perhaps a way to contact the people who are in charge of this cruise liner or this ship, whatever?
Well, once we arrive in
like,
Oblique,
speak to
that's
a
where our head
manager.
office is. I myself am the highest ranking official. As you can see, many of the staff are myself.
Right.
I realize that may be unsettling, but it's very cheap on labor. They only have to pay one of us.
Ooh.
Yes,
Oh.
I think I'll have some words with the head office when we get there.
They have a permanent smile attached. They're like full Disney groomed.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But I get like, what is it, Judy? There's no war in Bossing Say kind of vibes.
Yeah, these clothes are trained at Lake Lao Guy.
Mhm.
When he's gone, I'm gonna turn to Lucky and be like, so are we like gonna be sneaking down some of these amenities to economy
Absolutely.
class, or
Oh, were you reading my mind or something? Because I was definitely planning on
you
doing
had that look on your face that I'm gonna rob some rich people and give it to people who aren't rich look on your face.
Literally, McKenna read my whole mind. I was like, okay, so who can I pickpocket? What can I take? Like, that was literally going to be my next thing. So Lucky's like, I mean, if you want to join me, I just got new stealth heels, so how good are you with your fingers?
Fingers, I'm all right with. I'm not terrible.
Oh, I'm pretty good with dexterity in the hands.
Good.
That said,
Well, I say we don't.
we might need a runner to get things down to economy class.
You just see
and I
Zolom just like go curl up onto the bed.
Oh, poor Zolom.
I'm not having any part in law breaking.
We're not law breaking. We're
Liberating.
law berating. Yeah, what did Edie said?
Elaborating.
We're liberating. Honestly, we're doing what the gods would want. We're feeding the poor. Also, I'm
Naturally.
worried about this. Oh. And Adenia just like loudly, like so that Mr. Disney Man can hear. She's gonna be like, I see. These are some unfortunate policies you have. I'm guess I'll need to write about these in my calling journal.
There's actually no reaction.
That's fair.
You can roll an insight check if you'd like to get an
I will
idea.
roll an insight check on that. I reached for physical dice. Joke's on me. Insight. 13.
You get the sense that this company doesn't care about the favor of the gods when they have gold.
So anyway, I got these slippers that I can just, run around in, and it might behoove us to, be walking on the side of the ship to get things into economy class, perhaps.
Do the poor people at least have windows in their units?
Oh. Did we see any windows on the side of the barge?
You did not see any windows on the lower parts of the barge.
Oh.
Okay, well, hear me out. What if we use Calder? You are very sociable and you can know how to talk to everyone. So what if we use you as our front person? You can distract while Adenia grabs whatever she can, throws it to me. I'll use my handy dandy heels to run to the economy class, and I can also have lock picking tools. So if we do have to open the door or two and slide some gifts in Santa style, I can do that.
If you've ever seen Snowpiercer,
God.
No.
and you like the
I was
back,
thinking more like Ocean's 11. That's what we're doing right
if
here.
you've ever seen Snowpiercer, like
Rivers
the back
11?
areas of the train where like the non-ticketed passengers are, that's what the lower levels are probably like.
Oh.
what a horrible world you've created, William.
No, this is just the Free Cities.
You had the entire universe of ideas at your fingertips, and you went with capitalism.
just for the Free Cities.
God, me to like, the whole friggin' world though.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had so many possibilities when they went with capitalism.
They went with capitalism.
But-
All right. Well, we have some capitalism, right? Lucky?
Come on.
Nice.
Well, I guess if I am to be the front person with my 14 in charisma, then I shall front person my little fox tail off.
All right.
Um,
They do ask that guests stay in their quarters until they have left the dock, just so that
Naturally.
moving throughout the ship is easy. Basically, as they are, it is dinner time.
Do the poor also eat less than we do?
I'm sure.
No, they are given food.
I'm sure they're given food. But are they given, like,
I mean,
crackers?
they're not
And
given,
while we're eating steak up here,
they're
kind
not
of thing?
given caviar. They're given, like, burgers and things.
oh, all right.
Okay.
Well, that could be worse. Burgers are good.
Yeah.
Yes, there's because we are a vessel that sails between multiple countries. We do have to keep a certain level of what would the word be? Compliance with those countries' laws.
How dare you?
Right. That's the reasoning.
But yeah, tonight's evening meal is
Bless you.
within the it's within the Mathalian it's within the Mathalian pavilion for you all.
Oh, nice.
Lucky, it's like you're back in the palace area when you walk into this dining room.
Mm-hmm.
It is almost exactly like the palace, like down to like the windows on the side are the cityscape of Mathal,
Wow.
done with like magical illusions.
That's insane. Why does it look like that? Why is it so accurate to my home?
Because it's meant to invoke the land that the cuisine is from.
Whoa. Nostalgia.
Aww.
You are brought to a table that has 5 seats at it. Eventually, your, for lack of a better word, clone, kind of like walks up to all of you and says, "Yes, you were the ones drawn in for the upgraded passengers, so." And they will kind of gesture to this small bookish boy, like he's like 22. And he has like this like thinning. He has this like you know how if you've been like really stressed and like you've like run your hand through your hair a bunch of times, it'll start to like kind of rip out a bit. He has like a thinning hairline from that already.
Wow, at 22?
He has like this pair of goggles just like around his neck, and then they're in like this like suit that they've been like put into clearly by the ship because it doesn't fit all that well on them.
Oh, kiddo.
He sits down at your table and says, "Yes, it's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm Amelin. I look forward to traveling with you all." As they
It's
go to
very
basically,
nice to meet you, Alan.
as they go to shake your hand, you can notice that basically on this one's an interesting calling mark because it actually goes across his fingertips.
Interesting.
So like depending on the position his fingers are in, the calling mark changes.
No kidding.
Yes.
That is a very unique calling mark. I have one on my hand as well, but not on the fingers like you.
Thank you. It's a maker's mark, I suppose. That's what folks at school were calling it.
A maker's mark? You know, I could never tell the difference between calling marks.
I'm an artificer by trade, but please, he sits down. It's very nice to meet all of you. I'm Amelin. Just Amelin, I'm afraid. My family sold our last name. Yourselves?
I'm Lucky.
Horrified. But my name is Calder.
And I'm Adenia.
All right. Adenia, Lucky, Calder, Zolam. Zolam, it's nice to meet you all. And yeah, the first course is brought out. It's a Mytholian soup. It's like basically a chicken noodle soup.
Which I'm sure I've had before, yeah.
Yeah. And it's a nice thing. While the first course is being served, what would you like to just eat in silence, or is there anything y'all want to do?
Wow.
Oh, I'm absolutely going to ask this person about their life story.
Yeah, are you traveling alone?
Yes, I just finished up Artificy College in Mythol. And
Oh, that's fascinating.
I was lucky after
What
my
do you enjoy
graduation I
making?
got my calling before, I had to figure out what I was doing with my life.
Oh, well, that gives you plenty of time and contacts around the world.
Yes, and
Um,
I'm getting to head home for a bit to see my family. It's
well, that's
it's nice.
lovely.
I'm heading up to Volusia.
Oh,
No,
us
kidding,
too.
us too.
That's our stop.
Oh, then perhaps if we get on, we may travel together.
I
Aw.
certainly hope so. Do you specialize in artificing specific artifacts?
Well, as it so happens, I used to specialize in the enhancement of equipment. I would enhance armor and things. However, since my calling mark came, I've also gained a understanding about chemical practices. Mechanically, his calling mark gave him a second subclass.
Holy
Oh, interesting.
So
He was
he's
not
the,
kidding about having a
battlesmith
maker's
and
mark.
the alchemist, artificer.
Oh, Battlesmith?
Yep.
Does he have a little buddy?
Not yet to be seen.
Interesting.
Um,
Oh.
and yes, so yeah, I get to go home and see the family for a change. I haven't had a chance to see them since I left. It's been, a decade now?
A decade?
Whoa, you don't look a day over, 22?
Yes, I left when I was 12. We had managed to scrape
Aw.
enough money together for the exit fee, so...
The exit fee.
Yes, in order to leave the country, if you're a citizen, you need to pay 500 gold pieces. Unless you're on your calling, of course. They don't want to deny the gods.
Wow.
Wow.
I had no idea.
You know what? Say what you will, but they're nice cities. Not many people wish to ever leave. You can make a good life for yourself up there.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'd feel stuck in a place like that.
I was for a time, but hopefully, now that I'm educated, and now that I'm able to make my way through the world, I'll be able to change it.
Have you been on your calling long?
Only a few months. I basically came from Mythol to Garen's Cross because I knew that this boat was relatively cheap if you went economy.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm certainly glad you got upgraded, and I'm glad that you were selected to stay with us. I think
Yeah,
some of the other people on the ship are a bit...
the raffle definitely paid its
Gosh.
10 gold fee on me, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh God, they charge you for the raffle too.
Yes.
Of course they
Goodness
do.
gracious.
Of
Well-
course they do.
I wonder if the other people in first class all opted out.
As you're standing around, there's a number of, like, they will speak up and say, well, when I came here, they didn't do when I came initially when I was 12, they didn't do a raffle because everyone had opted out.
Oh.
I see. Well, we didn't. So
And looking around
welcome.
in this room alone, there's about 15 other people. If the other dining rooms are the same, for this 4-day thing, there's about 60 people, so that's about 60,000 gold the company would have made.
Oh my gosh.
Ew.
Ew.
It's just gross.
Jesus.
So what's your favorite place or thing you've seen so far on your travels?
I haven't seen much, to be honest with you. I kind of just made my way over to Garen's Cross. I'm more excited to see home for a week or two.
That's
I
fair.
imagine. Yeah.
You ever seen a baby dragon?
No, I've not.
Alright, can you be cool? Can you be like real cool?
I mean, I will warn you, I do often have a proclivity to squeal like a little girl at cute things, so probably not the best place to show.
Gotcha.
All right. what
We
about
go
this?
go back to
And
the
she holds out little
like-
Raja.
Oh, little Raja.
he is like doing his best to contain himself, but like if he like moved his hands from his mouth, it would be the most high pitched squeal.
Yeah.
Oh God. Dog whistle.
But what about all of you? You have some nice ears. I love your headscarf. Your fur is fabulous.
you.
Your scales are shiny. What's all your deals? Like how's your callings going? I've noticed a couple of you have marks.
Actually, we all
We
do.
all have Mars.
Oh.
Yep, we're all on our calling together. We all got
Oh wow.
brought
You
together
all,
by the same fella to do some work, and well, that fella has run into some unfortunate circumstances, so we are keeping on journeying together
Yeah.
to help him out.
We're trying to help out.
well, that's a shame.
We've seen a lot of things. We've completed a couple of the gods' trials.
I've heard those are incredibly deadly.
Almost.
Oh, I mean, you just gotta watch out for the quippers. The rest of it ain't that deadly.
Huh. Okay. Takes notes. I've heard they grant you additional power, so it's something I've been looking into. I may not have much gold, but if I can get a certain amount of magical power, I'm sure I can make a difference.
Yeah.
I mean, just
Go in with like a group. Get yourself like an adventuring team, a party of sorts. It's not the type of thing I would recommend doing by yourself.
he will write all of that down.
Aw.
I mean, just look at all this opulence around us. Imagine if this was shared with the people.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
That's our goal.
Oh, your
We
goals are
got
very
real
noble.
lucky. We have a benefactor
Benefactor.
that we are working for who purchased our tickets. We are very regular folk. This is all a bit above me anyway.
Well, and I guess we're all a couple quips out of water, as they would say.
Calder shudders a little bit. You're funny, kid. You're real funny.
I try. Comedy is how I cope. Anyway, the second course is served. It is a salad that has like cut strawberries in it and like the strawberry sauce.
Ooh.
It's like a spinach with like strawberries, feta, and like a strawberry vinaigrette. It's very nice.
Oh, I love
How did
that.
you just make me hungry for a salad?
Because salad's
I
delicious.
love salads. Salads are amazing.
I mean, salads are fine.
Salads
can't say
are
I've-
Yeah.
I can't say I've
You just
ever
have
been
to have
like,
the right
ooh,
salad.
you know what sounds really good right now? A salad. Like, never in my life until
Excuse
right
me?
now.
Really?
Listen,
Croutons, cucumbers, carrots.
Okay, wait,
raisins.
girl. I got a place for you. I'm gonna take you. Next time you want to hang out and you want to like go grab a bite to eat, let me know. I have the best salad place in LA.
Wait a minute, can I come though? Because
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
Yes.
We're already invited. Why are you asking?
okay, thanks. Let me make sure.
The
well,
main
when
course.
you come down from Canada, you can come too.
The main course. The main course is served. It's a set of 3 lamb chops that has a number of basically like sauces at the bottom of the lamb chops that turn into that are basically plated in a way that represent the Magdian flag.
The what flag?
Sorry, I said Magdia, the Mathalian flag. My brain
Whoa!
sometimes gets my
I was
brains
like,
crossed.
what?
My brain sometimes gets worlds crossed. It's the danger of
You,
running
in
multiple
fairness, are
worlds.
DMing like 5 different campaigns, so.
Yes. But yes, it is the Mathalian flag. It has like a green sort of like pesto-y sauce, a white sort of Alfredo-y sauce, and then a red sort of cranberry sauce.
Delicious.
Yes. That is, of course, garnished with some like cut up carrots and potatoes that have been finely roasted in some olive oil and seasoning.
Yeah, Calder tucks right on into that. Probably not with a whole lot of decorum. Like, she's definitely not using the
There
right
is
forks
also
if she's using
vegetarian
forks at
option.
all.
Oh, good.
Yes. The vegetarian option is a ratatouille.
Oh,
It has a similar theming with the Mathalian flag, except basically each of the vegetables is done. And at the base of the ratatouille is, I can't remember the name of the dish, but it's basically the the gelatin dish that has like cut up vegetables in it.
I'm just picturing like 50s Jello dishes.
No,
that I see on the
it's like
internet.
it's a fine dining French dish. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my
I'm
head.
not sure.
But it has like sun-dried tomatoes baked inside of it, and like each basically color of the strips of the thing has a different vegetable and different flavor. And that's the vegetarian option.
Well, that is what Adenia is eating.
Nice. Someone's probably just scarfing this down.
Out of curiosity, what are other people's reactions to what is, I'm sure, abhorrent table manners on the part of Zolom and Calder?
Well, as you're looking around, screens have been brought down between each of the tables. Or perhaps just yours.
That's fair.
For a more private dining experience.
Of course.
Desserts brought out. It's a 2-course dessert. So the first dessert is a more heavy pastry-based dessert. This one is essentially it's essentially like, imagine a Danish with, instead of it being jelly in the middle, it's a crepe.
That's weird.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It's like a multiple layered crepe with like different fruits in it. So like as you're cutting it out, you get like these different flavors of Danish.
Huh.
And then the secondary dessert is a lovely fruit parfait.
Oh,
Basic but good.
I'm so hungry.
I apologize for the food descriptions, by the way.
I'm so mad.
Oh, bro.
But yeah, after the meal is served, your clone, and this is what they actually are, they are productions of the spell clone, appears and says, yes, we have the evening's entertainment schedule for you here. They put basically a program on your table. If you'd like to attend, simply go to the deck where they are listed. And they head off. There's a number of options for entertainment for the evening. There's, of course, the evening show. It is a it's an old stage production. Basically, think fantasy music, man.
Oh, wow.
Okay. What else? Is there like someone eating flaming swords or something like that?
There isn't any sort of like stunt performances. There's a fireworks special every evening.
Oh.
On the top deck. And then there's also a open mic type of thing. It says you can participate or you can watch. And this one has like little asterisks beside it. Amalin will kind of like point out, yes, those are the events that the economy customers are allowed to participate in.
Allowed?
Yes, so like the open mic night tonight, basically, where you could go perform.
They're allowed to leave their room and do that.
They're allowed to go do that. And they're only allowed to perform.
Let's go to that one.
Adenia's going to actually retire to the room and the heat lamp and read from the Tome of Collected Knowledge, Volume 1.
Oh, that's smart.
That's very fair.
While we have a journey and days where we're not specifically adventuring.
Zolom just kind of, as you're reading it out, says, can't really do any of these. I'm going to go nap downstairs.
Do you want me to like read out loud to you? I can read it to you.
I mean, if you'd like.
All right. So she'll do that so that they can share in the knowledge.
Yeah, some bonding. Amelin's like, well, I suppose the night's ours then? Looking over to Calder and Lucky.
Yeah. On the schedule, is it fireworks and then open mic?
It's open mic or stage play, then fireworks.
Bummer.
And then after the fireworks, it says, the best way to put it would be open dance on the deck.
Open dance.
Open dance.
Are there more asterisks next to the open dance?
No, but Amelin will say this ship is known for its open dances getting pretty wild.
Interesting. All right. Well,
Question: are the rich people dancing, or just economy?
It's the rich people. They have a massive party each evening.
Oh.
Mm.
Well, it does sound like they're gonna be good and drunk.
Yeah. Lucky wants to go to the open dance.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
With
that's
the
all.
drunk dancing people.
Yes, there's the most talented dancer each night is named the Dancing Queen or King.
My favorite dance is the sticky 5 fingers, but I can try that one too.
That's fair. Yeah. After the meal has been finished served, y'all can move about to your evening activities. Adenia, you can probably get 4 to 5 hours. I'll say 5 hours of reading done.
All right.
But for Calder and Lucky, the two of you first off head to the open mic, yes?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll see what's going on at the open mic.
So imagine, if you will, a sort of globe style Shakespearean theater. However, the groundlings are all like the lower class people, and like all the rich people are like sitting up in like the top area, and there's like very posh seats and things. There are attendants handing out smacks of fruit and vegetables to the to the higher class people and things. And yeah, basically the people on the bottom floor, every now and then a couple of them will get up on stage, they'll do a thing, it'll be a performance. The rich people will either like actually generally enjoy it or laugh at the poor.
Oh.
So that's just how.
What a
not
wicked
liking
world.
That. Yeah, not liking that.
We're gonna fuck with them, right, Lucky?
Oh, so good.
Okay, alright. Okay. Well, then let's for now just at least survey the scene, see who's at the open mic, so that we can get a good look at who we're trying to steal for.
Our targets and our recipients.
It is a whole lot of rich people. It's just like the most it's just the most. It's just a collection of the most rich pricks you've ever seen.
So basically, make your pick.
Yeah, basically make your pick. Every single one of these people appear to
It's
be
like a
dicks.
buffet. I love it.
I love
All right.
it. As we're watching, I'm assuming we're like in a box,
Welcome back, Chris.
like
Yeah,
one of
you're-
those like see and be seen kind of seats, because we're in the first class.
Yes, for lack of a better word, you are in an Abraham Lincoln box.
Oh, you could have just left it at box seats. We all knew what you were talking about.
Yeah. We'll have to do that.
Canadian.
Can we take a look around as the open mic is going on and see, like, is there anyone who's being particularly vitriolic towards the performer?
Ooh, good use of
There's
the
a
word,
guy
McKenna.
like 3 boxes down. Like they're leaning forward over top and like yelling profanity at them. They're like a man who is like in this like terrible like white silky suit with like this white fedora with like a black ribbon around it.
Yeah, let's start
Yeah.
there.
Fuck that guy.
Let's do it.
Right. And as far
Are
as
we-
the open mic is concerned, is there anyone that's performing that looks like especially downtrodden or gets like an especially rough shake from the audience?
Everyone's kind of like, as the night goes on, like unless there's like some really solid performances, but unless they're like stunning, like the rich people are just absolute pricks to them.
Oh.
So
it's
all
like,
of them.
no matter how good you are,
Like they came to make fun of people,
yeah.
which sucks. I hate people like that.
Yeah.
I figured I'd give you
Alright.
guys some people to hate
Well-
on this one.
Mission
Yeah.
accomplished. All right. Well, then I'm gonna wait for the dance,
Mhm.
and maybe make a little distraction. Who knows?
Yeah, if you guys want, you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
So before the dance, there's the fireworks show. It is like a live orchestra that is playing the music for it.
Oh, nice.
And it's a really great firework performance. Like it is a very over the top fireworks display. But
I'm imagining what they can do with fireworks and magic.
Yeah.
Like prestidigitation and thaumaturgy alone would seriously bump up what you could do with a fireworks display.
I think of like Harry Potter type fireworks, like where they kind of move.
Well,
and
it'd be
change
more like it would be more like oh Jesus, what's the property called? It'd be more like Dragon Quest's fireworks. So what Dragon Quest did is that they had throughout it a number of fireworks scenes. Oh, even better, it'd be like the Pokemon fireworks. The Pokemon
like
fireworks.
Lord of the Rings at the beginning when it's a dragon.
Yeah, exactly. It's like straight up just like absolutely the most spectacular display that you've ever seen.
Exactly.
So basically, like throughout the open mic and the fireworks show, Lucky's just scouting. She's keeping her eye on people. She's looking at like, okay, he has a nice watch. She has this. This is where I've seen them reach into their pocket for a wallet. Like little things like that, because this has been her first merry-go-round. So she's notating like all these things. So when the dance comes, her plan's put into action.
Yeah.
Cool.
The dance does in fact begin. And the mood changes. Well, the fireworks show had like these very, very classical music vibe to it. Let's go, a very prim and proper fireworks show. This one, the music becomes a little bit more modern, a little bit more jazzy. And like the lighting on the deck turns a little bit more multicolored. Imagine a fantasy jazz rave.
Fantasy, jazz, rave.
Yeah.
Those three words have never been spoken together.
Well, they've now been spoken together. Yes, but imagine a rave, but to jazz music.
Here for it.
Would actually attend IRL.
And that is what the dance is.
All right.
Oh, Adenia, by the way, you're like 2 decks below this, but you can still hear the music and hear the fireworks.
Of course I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can only imagine it's worse in economy.
You can actually see throughout it like microphone-like devices that are probably pumping that into the noise into economy.
Why?
This is
They paid money to make their experience worse. That
Because
doesn't
they
make any
hate
sense.
poor people.
This is a fun, lighthearted world. It's so like.
I mean, we can
so
play
Lucky,
their
what
headquarters
is-
and we know our sins, so.
What is your plan, Lucky?
So first things first, we need to have drinks in our hands. Calder and I. That's the best way to make a distraction. Whether we're giving that to someone or spilling that on someone, that is good technique number one. Not that me, Monasia, would ever know anything about this. This is just speculation.
Amelin has run off into the crowd to be like, I am going to go and drink and then head down to the cabin.
Sounds good. Don't drink too much. If you throw up, it'd be rather inconvenient.
I'm only going to have one, and then I'm going to head down to the cabin. I'm not really good with crowds, and they run off.
You're a good kid.
He's a good kid.
All right, but we're not. So let's get to
We're not.
So I want to start a distraction. I want to start a line dance.
Oh, perfect.
That's
Okay.
what Calder wants
Make
to do.
me a performance or persuasion check.
Can I assist?
Or sorry, persuasion. It's persuasion of 5e.
Yep, there's no diplomacy check.
My
There's a
brain was
performance check though in 5e.
yes.
This is when you're better at.
They're both charisma. They're both +2. I think if Lucky takes the help action, I can have advantage.
I don't know if that is, but I want to do it.
Okay, go for it.
Sounds good. Then I will roll a performance. Come on, roll 20.
You know,
I am re-rolling that with a hero point.
Hero point for dancing.
A 14
go.
I will take. I will take a 14.
so a lot of them aren't really aren't really susceptible to it, I guess, for lack of a better word. Like, it's not really their jam. They're not really country people. They're high class and posh.
They're high class.
But a couple of them definitely get distracted by look at the funny person doing the line dance.
A funny person doing a line dance.
During that time, you can see Fedora Man, for lack of a better name, as you have yet to meet them.
Is Fedora Man distracted?
Yes, he's currently chatting with one of the staff members. So they've tipped their fedora, and you can see on their mouth the words "milady" coming out of it.
Disgusting.
Ooh.
Ugh, can't stand it.
Rob him blind. Rob him blind.
So I'm going for what I have noticed where he slipped in his wallet.
Yeah,
Like, what
lucky.
pocket can I
While
go
you
for?
were watching, you definitely could have.
Beautiful, honestly. Great. So I would like to bump into him so innocently and just oh, my apologies. And at that time, slip my delicate little fingers into his pockets and take whatever I can
You
get.
greedy little
Make me a
Sticky
sleight
paws.
of hand check.
You want what kind of check, my lord?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Have you met me? Just kidding. Let me not jinx myself. Sleight of hand check. Oh, God.
Dirty 20.
Yeah. Basically, what he'll do. So, Lucky.
Yes.
This type of man is very much like a noble that you've dealt with in Mythal before. It's
Okay.
as you bump into them, they say, "Oh no, my apologies, my lady." And as they're tipping their head down, they're very much not looking at your eyes, and you kind of use that moment of distraction to grab the wallet.
Mhm.
Without them
And
noticing.
as I'm walking away, just with my stealth field on, just so innocently step on his foot.
With your heels of stealth.
Yes.
Ouch.
Yeah, no, they will
Probably
definitely hurt. They will kind of and then they'll see another person walking, and then they'll just go and start walking towards them.
Great. Done. Next.
Thank you. Next.
Holding that, pocketing that. Who's next? McKenna, would you like to give it a try for someone?
I don't have a sleight of hand, so I'm gonna keep making an ass out of myself and keep him distracted for you.
Great. Great.
Because Calder, just doesn't have a whole lot of dignity, especially when it comes to. Yeah, she's pretty shameless at this point. She's at least one drink in.
All right, you pick a target this time, and while you're talking to them or whatever you do, I will do what I do.
All right.
Or we can make this quicker.
Well,
and,
here's what we're going to
like-
do. Because you got that 20, Lucky, you're a pretty good professional. Lucky, I'm going to have you roll me a D100.
Ooh.
We'll see how much. All right. So throughout the night, you collect 36 gold pieces.
Not bad.
Not bad.
They're on a cruise ship where pretty much everything is comped, so people aren't carrying around much cash with them.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's true.
All right. Well, we're on the boat for how many days?
You're on the boat for 4 days.
Oh. So we got our nightly routine going on then.
Exactly. So we're going to jump down to Adenia. As you're reading, about 45 minutes in, Amelin will walk into the room. Adenia, you were the first person back to the room, so you would have noticed that basically a fold-out cot had been set up in the room. And
If you want my bed, I'm probably just going to sleep under the seat lamp.
Oh, no, it's fine.
I am serious. Please.
Help
yourself.
Of course, okay. And then they kind of go and lie down. It's no, this is... I'm sorry, this may sound very weird, but this is too comfortable to sleep in.
You sure? I want you to give it 5 minutes. And if you aren't out by then, I'll snuggle it up in the bed. And you can sleep on the cot if you want.
Okay. They just kind of lie there, and you just see them sinking into the bed. Oh, wait a minute, we're in private now.
Yes.
They will take their ring, and they'll take their ring off. Do you mind if I bring out my...
Go ahead.
Oh, of course. Boom. And they will produce from the ring basically the ring itself will begin to fold out on itself like a mechanism, and it will turn into a small cat.
Yes, good choice. Oh my goodness. What is this wonderful contraption thing?
Oh,
creature?
her name is Claw.
Claw.
Yes.
Very fitting.
Yes, she's quite useful. This is just one of her many. Oh, you know what? He'll go to pet her, and basically as he's petting the cat, the metal will fold up over his arm into like a gauntlet. That is like a cat paw gauntlet type of thing.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Yeah, and then he'll unfold it. It's like, yeah, it's a bit of a metalsmithing project that I was working on. Once I got my calling mark, I was able to enhance it with magic, and so this is she was my first creation.
It's astonishing.
I've
never seen anything like that.
I'm hoping that I can apply this to more useful things. You'll see basically I'm taking out a book. I've been working on a number of designs here. It's a number of appliances that would change between different appliance types. This way people could only have to own one appliance that would be able to shift between each thing you needed.
That could do so much good.
Yes, it would be, and then of course I would, keep it cheap as all, basically pay cost and materials and magic components. But other than that, that's the plan. Now, once I can start production,
that could change so many lives. I don't know if I mentioned this upstairs, but I live in the Half-Light Ebb. I was originally from one of the lesser outposts, and we were largely ignored by the Masquerade.
I'm from the Lakes District in Volusia. I understand that all too well.
My best friend actually recently managed to join the Masquerade, and it's my goal to join those ranks as well. Oh. But if you're able to create something like that, I would love to bring that to my people.
Yes, of course. Like I said, my goal is to make the world a better place than it was when I came into it. So, anything I
wish there were more people like you.
I'm sure there are. They just maybe didn't get the opportunity.
You're fascinating.
He just kind of sits down, gets back to the notes. About 4 minutes later, they've passed out in that comfy bed.
Yes. Called it. Fate.
Eventually that evening, Lucky and Calder come back to see Adenia reading. Zolom curled up basically on the edge of the circular thing where the heat lamp is. And Amelin passed out on one of the beds.
Oh, that's a cute sight to see.
Welcome back, ladies.
Yeah. Or,
you know. A fun night.
Yeah, about, 30 some odd pieces of gold,
Just
Richard?
dumps out her pockets.
That's
Lucky
more
just
than the lottery.
Yeah.
Don't be bitter, Adenia. You can come with us next time if you want, although...
I'm not keeping what I got. I hope this isn't for
God,
me. Yeah.
Of course not. That was the whole
Yeah.
point.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry I didn't join you. I know we discussed it, but I realize this is a rare opportunity for me to be able to start reading.
No,
this
of course,
book.
of course.
We worked so hard to get, so.
Yeah, of course.
Also,
No big
Chad's
deal.
PC is back
You
alive.
should have seen Calder's dance skills.
Oh, no,
I tried my
I'm sorry
best.
I missed that.
I try my best. However, we did notice that they didn't have probably as much gold as they have on them, on their person on the dance floor. I do wonder, Lucky, if we might not have more luck in their unattended cabins while they are out on the dance floor.
That is a great idea, Calder.
Just be careful not to get caught. I know you're professional and that you do this all the time, but we are on a boat in the middle of water, and if we are caught and thrown out,
Yeah.
I will also
I
say at
understand
this
your
point the
concern.
dance is finished, so they've all gone back to their cabins.
No, I
yeah,
wasn't
no, for
suggesting
another
we go
night.
now.
Oh yeah, not
Yeah.
now. Oh my god, no. But like when the next time everyone's at the party or at the fireworks or anything like that, that might be a good opportunity. Especially because we're first class as well, so they're more likely to befriend us. And if I'm like, oh, where are you staying, darling? What room are you in? They're like, I'm in cabin 14. And it's like, great. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, perhaps I can cause an even bigger scene, especially, if I pull out this little one, might cause a bit of a ruckus.
Yeah, that's a good point.
People might come to see that and leave their rooms completely unattended.
It's at that point that you'll see Amelin basically curled up with a mechanical cat. Like, you'll notice the cat at that point.
That's Claw.
What on earth is that? It's adorable.
It's so
Yeah,
fascinating.
what is that?
So it was a ring that he had on his finger, and when he took it off, it turned into this mechanical cat, and it can turn into a gauntlet, and apparently other useful things. And he wants to bring this technology and to the people. He wants to create things like this that can shift between like different necessary appliances for a home and bring it to the world dirt cheap, just cost of material. It's incredible.
I like this guy. This is a nice guy.
Yeah.
Do you guys want his book, his like journal, like with all like his blueprints and things, is like on the bed?
Can I look through it?
Yeah, if you want.
Heck yeah.
All right, so
Hold
Lucky,
on, I'll sneak
as
a
you're
peek
looking
over
through
your
it,
shoulder.
here are some of the things that you see. So you see the shifting appliances.
Uh-huh.
You also see a mass production of basically a flying version of their little cat familiar.
Oh,
Like a
cute.
drone.
A
and you
cat
see
with
it-
wings?
Yes.
Interesting.
You basically see it has like it appears its claws are like carrying packages to people quickly.
Aww. The new Amazon Prime.
Basically.
But like, not a capitalist billionaire
Not yet.
who doesn't pay taxes.
No. Will, no.
Well,
Not this
no.
wholesome,
Well, no.
sweet little artificer. You wouldn't do that. You would do that.
But yeah, and like, a number of other sort of like interesting mechanical devices. And you also see as it goes down, like some more in the newer later pages, you see some alchemical creations that they're working on, like a stomach, basically things to settle a stomach, things to cure hangovers, looking into like the treating of like known diseases and things using alchemical.
I'm sorry. Things to cure a what?
Hangover.
A hangover.
Calder's like not at all subtly looking over Lucky's shoulder, just like writing down.
Called space. Personal space.
For hangovers? I mean, that's revolutionary stuff. I don't know if I'll be able to make it myself, but maybe I can give it to Adenia and she can make. I don't know.
Everybody's just pegged Adenia as like the smart one, and I'm like, oh.
You are
no.
smarter than
I
Calder?
mean, to be fair,
There
this
goes
is my
the-
highest intelligence
Okay.
character ever, so we get it. But
But yeah, as y'all kind of get your night settled in, I think this will be a good point to end it.
Oh,
So,
night one.
everyone, thank you so much for coming to tonight's episode of the Calling Chronicle. Don't forget to check out our many other shows. Next week, we are going to continue our voyage to Oblique, and next week, you'll also get to see our party at level 4. But thank you all so much for
Yes,
coming.
level up.
And we will see you on the next one. Don't forget to check out the ramen shop tomorrow. And we are going to go say hi to Super Dylan. It's been a while since they've been online while we've been streaming. So they're playing It Takes Two, and I want to go say hi. Alrighty. So thank you all so much for coming. Don't
Bye,
forget
everyone.
to follow if you haven't already followed. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye. Jeffrey.